Hey, my name is Nick Valesky with the USU Extension Integrated Pest Management Program. Let's talk about the imported cabbage worm. The imported cabbage worm attacks plants exclusively in the Brassica family, including broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, collards, kale, kohlrabi, radish, rutabaga, turnip, and many related weed species. The imported cabbage worm is often confused with the cabbage loopers and diamondback moth larvae, but note that they are caterpillar larvae of a butterfly, whereas the others are larvae of moths. Imported cabbage worms are sluggish, velvety green with 5 distinct pairs of prolegs. A faint yellow line runs along the back of an older larva. Upper wings of the adults are predominantly white with a dark tip. Males have a single black spot on the forewing, whereas females have 2 such spots. The undersides of the wings are a tint yellowish. Larvae chew on the foliage. Most early feeding occurs on the outer leaves of the plant, but older larvae tend to feed more intensively on the newer growth and can seriously tunnel into the heads of many plants. In northern areas, imported cabbage worms overwinter as pupa among plant debris near production sites. The familiar adult butterflies may be active in mid-spring, and females lay yellow bullet-shaped eggs on the leaves. Larvae hatch in 3 to 5 days and begin to feed on plants, often first remaining in the outer leaves. Later, they tunnel into the heads. Larvae are full grown in 2 to 3 weeks. Pupation occurs in the vicinity of plants. 2 to 4 generations are typically completed in much of the northern area of its range. In southern area, breeding may be continual throughout the year with as many as 6 to 8 generations. To monitor, scout plants for eggs and larvae on the undersides of the leaves, especially on the innermost leaves. Feeding damage and excrement are also signs of an infestation. Examine at least 10% of your crop, checking random interior and edge areas. Also look for the adult white butterflies flying around during the day amongst the plant. To manage, consider interplanting. When brassica crops are interplanted with unrelated plants, larval populations tend to be lower, and larval parasitism and predation by beneficial wasps increase. Predatory and parasitic wasps are attracted to varied resources provided by a diversity of plants, including the nectar and pollen of flowers, and diverse insect prey. When you're transplanting, make sure the transplants are clean. In some regions of the country, brassica caterpillar populations have become resistant to certain insecticides. So inspect transplants carefully to ensure that they are free of caterpillar eggs and larvae. Plant early or use maturing or early maturing varieties. Mature plants can tolerate the feeding damage better than young seedlings. At the end of the season, remove plant debris to eliminate potential overwintering sites. Imported cabbage worm adults do not prefer Chinese cabbage, mustard, rutabaga, turnips, as well as kale. Use row covers to prevent egg laying by the adults. Place row covers over the plants or over metal hoops for support. After planting or transplanting, ensure that the edges of the row cover are securely buried in the soil along the crop row. Beneficial insects are a major contributor to natural biological control. Lady beetles and lacewings prey on the eggs. Paper wasps will feed on many small caterpillars in the garden. General predators such as shield bugs, ambush bugs, and vespid wasps also attack caterpillars along with many birds. Insecticide resistance has become a challenge for the management of brassica caterpillar pests. Rotating insecticides with different modes of actions can help slow the development of resistance. In general, insecticides are more effective against the small, young caterpillars as opposed to the older, larger caterpillars. Early timing of sprays will also help decrease contamination of the plant heads with insect bodies and frass. Once caterpillars penetrate a cabbage head, they are difficult to reach with treatments. So a general treatment threshold for head-forming plants is very low. Treat plants with 1 larvae that has been found in 25 to 50 plants, or when about 10% of the plants have at least 1 larvae. Non-head forming plants can tolerate a higher pest population. For more information about managing caterpillars in our brassica crops, check out our website extension.usu.edu/pest for a lot more resources and information, and feel free to reach out to us with any questions.